even the kind of success you've been able to chalk. I just feel it tells you how demanding the club is. We are talking about the club of the century, you know, in the 20th century, Tony, in Africa. We are talking about the most successful club in the history of the Ghana Premier League. We are talking about one of the two giants in Ghanaian football, Tony. And this is a traditional club. This is a club that has fans that are so passionate about the club, and they will do anything at all, just about anything, Tony, to take this club back to where it belongs. So I wasn't just surprised that, you know, he came under so much criticism and scrutiny that when they lost that, you know, at that point 4 games on the bounce. It wasn't very typical of Kumasi Asante Kotoko or even Coach Prosper Natiogum. But I think he's managed to find the balance. You know, when the season started, this wasn't the way he set up. Justice Blay was in the heart of defense, sometimes even played as a makeshift right back. You know, Emmanuel Inchi, who made a move from Great Olympics, was playing in midfield. So there's been quite a lot of changes. If you look at the team tactically, or even from a tactical perspective, you come to appreciate the job that Prosper Natiogum has done, Tony. And I think he deserves credit because he's been able to change things around even before the end of the first round. No one would have thought that Kumasi Asante Kotoko would be at the summit of the league at this point, because at some point they were falling. You know, they nearly fell into, you know, the mid-table, but they've been able to turn things around, and we should give him credit. Tactically, he's very good. I think the only issue some players has had with him in recent times has to do with the fact that his management skills wasn't really top notch. You know, he was a bit, you know, biased sometimes towards some players. There were players that were deemed his favorites, others were not really his favorites. So some of the players had to come out, you know, some were very edged about the way he treated them and all that. But Tony, he deserves credit because not long ago, even if the producer can go back and find videos of fans, you know, trying to criticize him and say, we don't need him anymore, what's he doing in our club? Tony, they just felt it was time for him to move because at Asante Kotoko, every season, just like Nani,
but there's another school of thought that he has signed the best of players and he needs to go all out and make sure he wins this year's league.
I think that's they are not wrong. Anyone who says that Kotoko at this point possesses the best players individually, you know, in the whole of the Ghana Premier League amongst the 18 teams, you are not far from right, because quality-wise, they've brought in some very, very experienced, you know, quality players. You look at the attack; they have Albert Amoa, they've got Kwame Poku, they've got Isaac Minta, formerly of that's Indiana Stars or Indiana Sporting Club. In midfield, there's Justice Blay, who doesn't seem to be aging. There's Intim Menu Andrews, you know, there's Emmanuel Inchi, who is not really getting enough game time now. So you look at the options they have in midfield, even Baba Yaya, look at the quality they have. There's Peter Amidu Aqua, look at the quality. In defense, they brought in Ablo. There's they have so much quality. Even in the goalkeeping department, there's so much quality. You look at the right back and the left back position where there's Patrick Asiedu and then also Lord Amwa. These are quality players, Tony. So player for player, I don't see any team, you know, going head to head with Kumasi Asante Kotoko as far as quality is concerned. But it's one thing having quality players, and it's another trying to get them to understand your philosophy as a coach. And that's one thing Coach Prosper Natiogum has been able to do within a short time. Already the players have bought into the whole idea that, you know, that game plan, the system, how he wants to play. This is one of the coaches, or few coaches that played with a 3-back system and was very, very, very versatile and, you know, very, very expansive. Now he's switched to the 4-back with the 2 holding midfielders being Justice Blay and Intim Menu. And Tony, already he's been able to get the best out of them. So I feel he's really done a good job. But Tony, it doesn't end here. He needs to win something for the club. I don't recall the last time Kumasi Asante Kotoko played in the group stages of the Champions League. They've not been there for a long time now. And they would want to win the league. But after winning the league, I think, you know, they would also want to...
Are they capable of winning the league?
Any team within the top 6 currently on the table is capable of winning the league.
Focus also.
They are only 4 points
first 7
behind Accra and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Hearts of Oak are just 4 points. Kotoko are 34, Hearts of Oak are 30, and there are quite a chunk of games to be played. Kotoko are playing, their next 2 games will be away from home. Hearts of Oak are playing, I think, 2 home games on the bounce. So, you know, the narrative could change. At some point, Kotoko were 5 points ahead of Hearts of Oak. Then later, Hearts of Oak were 3 points ahead, and now Kotoko are 4 points ahead. So, we've seen some, you know, reshuffling as far as the table is concerned. But you are looking at Hearts, you are looking at Kotoko. Tony, the narrative remains the same. The fans are expectant, they are demanding, there's pressure on the job, you need to deliver, and if you don't, you get sacked.
And Tony, Adebakwa, you know, we need to make sure since the team is being run from Menchia, yente any side issue within Asante Kotoko. Say
in terms of
players salary in Bemu. I'm saying it on this platform. On the 15th of January, not January to salary, for Asante Kotoko.
Obviously, because you have a factor.
Who's any part of now? I didn't say January.
Wow.
Because
but on the 15th of January, players in have been paid.
They have been paid.
Obviously, because you have a factor.
Obia Ocean TV show, Obia working within Asante Kotoko. Efforts Asama Mike is not true on friend. By 15th of January, they charge January pay. And I mean, before they move for Christmas, on the 18th of December, no December pay. It's because of now the team is being run from Malaysia, and in the Kotoko team, no player in the Kotoko team takes less than 3,000 Ghana cedi.
Oh, great.
They are players in Asante Kotoko, 15,000 Ghana cedi. They are players in Kotoko, $1,000. The highest paid player in Kotoko, or around $1,200.
Why?
Oh, he's a foreign player.
Okay.
What I say. So it tells you say they are spending a lot. In fact, the technical team from $4,000 to somewhere around $400 when you take it into dollars. So it means Malaysia is doing a lot to help Asante Kotoko.
Yeah.
It's how your coach now just $4,000 there. Now that's now when they do marble. Oh, but now people will complain about things that you are doing within the club. That's why. So I feel say aside they have the best players in the system, or one of the best players in the system, or they have the best squad in the system. The most important thing is say at the end of motivating the pack to get the best out of the person.
You need to.
They are doing it.
Yeah.
What I say. So
obviously we have a factor no.
Business ya we ya minimum so business be 15. That's every month be an you know the middle of the month. Now business who stick car bar. Obi anu no wasu de bia. So we dima we now by the middle of January. Now what do January pay we crowd that. Obi anu no wasem. Obviously money motivates every individual. Okay. Intimate say it's one of the things that is helping Asante Kotoko. I still Koka. Now we are reporting we are my way. Now board member we the board my way and kasa. Now management the board they come. Those things didn't happen. And the other point they say, since Kusiapia, the sporting director of the club. Now you know that
Kusiapia factor. What has it brought to Kotoko? Or feels that these things are working?
It has brought a lot. I remember before they were going for their game against Dreams FC, Tuba. They had a technical meeting. In that meeting, it was Kusiapia, the technical director, Malik Jabal, Prosper Ogum. They were in the meeting.
Okay.
That time, not on my left back, Patrick Esiedu, when you accumulated the local. Okay. So that on to me what they were telling. Who said the other left back, so Muko US no Amabio, smart. Yeah. So they didn't have any recognized left back in the team. So Monday, Tuesday, the coach decided to say, oh, Tony Henry and so a central defender in the left back position. They did a technical meeting on Wednesday. Coach Kusiapia, a catcher, Prosper Ogum said, why don't you use the other right back Momuno in the left back position instead of a central defender? Yeah. Coach about 3 minutes. No, Kusiapia some now can do. And eventually Wednesday, Thursday, he used Imano Kota or yes to right back to Lodamwa in the right back position. It worked for them. The Dreams FC game in Tuba, they won that particular game by 2-1. So it means once he's a technical person or a sporting director, no more what technical, director or hop. Not with Ogum Nagasia head coach. You can see that 3 of them are meeting. They were technical brains that
Malik Jabel
or a technical director.
But is he
very effective? Also the age. Now I may think it's not effective. He questioned the coach a lot, and in taking the decision for the club. So it means those 2 technical brains now ever prosper the Ogum. It's also found tonight. It's working for the club, and I think that once there is unity, not crop in the Jabo, it bring the results.
Josiah requested for a video where the fans were chastising fans, and they say, "Go back to the classroom." Prosper Netogum will call Yempeobium, and the same fans. And U10 board Prosper Yenkote the fans no. Tamamu Bonetino in 70p. Modia Munte the fans the car.
I'm not crazy. I'm not
Medeama won for Oguma Nkwa. The Nana go for Masra Nana. Nana mo yes strong. Nana mo paucho. Ogum the unity mu bi. What the team their politics. Coach, I never see. I don't know behind. I just saw a good and any massive because of said and the top players man. It's not in the same. Half on over 30 players, no one good and any massive. Oh boy, and 30 players in I was but the team was going to get confirmed for Musare. Now to go so clear. I didn't go so clear. The person who say all himself. About the first one, that the sharp players of the player. That someone who got to forget to that day. About the first one, that the Wura said who got to forget to that day. Yes, no. I'm so behind proper orientation the moment. Because from coach to the players now because I'm here for the coach. I'm not with the characters now with your pitch in this one. I didn't know yet. Winning Kotoko, Ligas now on. I'm so Tamasha back to back. Has the folks said one away. Yeah, Nancy's a shout. Teaching teacher said, Nana, oh no, the man, Ogumno, on Teso. Let's go. One side, Ogumna Casano, one resign, one Sadia. Press me good and master cry. What's the piano for every other time? What's the piano about? What's the Lucy? So much success to say. Also, already again, what's the piano about there? So every other time. Also, I tell you something. Now, also, say now to one. But no, it's too much. If you're crying, so open now, I just want to be
see how powerful the fans are. Oh, Kotoko fans, no. The Omuka Ebiabe say Ogum was too powerful. Intinana Tipos Neso Kakra from Ogum. And I think say it has worked in some way. This was the same fans who were praising still the fresh, man.
Still fresh.
Yeah, still fresh. Now Ogum is the savior to send them to the land of Canaan.
Sorry, like I said, you know, these are the fans of arguably one of the biggest clubs in Ghana, Tony. They've been used to winning, and that has been the mindset, you know, from some of them were even kids. They know that Kotoko should win every game they play. Even if it's a friendly match, they expect Kotoko to win. So once you're a coach, you walk in, and you know, for Ogum, I think he didn't make even things better for himself. You know, he made it even more difficult when he came in the first stint and won the league under, you know, the administration of Nanaya. Then he comes back again, he gets the players he wants, he's not able to win. So, you know, it changed a lot. And you can hear the fans. It's like, see, let him lose 3 on a bounce. Tony, trust me, we'll be here and they'll call for his head again. Again, because that's the nature of fans. Some people say fans are ungrateful. It's not like they're ungrateful. Tony, they only want to win. They only want to enjoy the moment. They don't care what happens. They don't care who you bring in. All they want is to see the club win. And that's why when they win 4 games on the bounce without winning a single one of them, you saw the uproar. You could see it. Everyone got egged. They got vexed because they felt we've put in so much resources. We've invested a lot and we should be winning. So, Tony, I'll never begrudge them. And you can watch this all day. I believe even Prosper Nategu might be watching and you'll be like, oh, so this was just months ago. And the same fans were telling me to leave. And all of a sudden they feel like...
But you know, Josiah, one fan said that, Nana, why are they too powerful? Jejumani before not concentrated. And I think that Nana quickly, took that decision.
Tony, it's not about how powerful he was. It was about how divided his attention was. So he was part of the IMC management. Then he was also head of the technical team. Then they felt like, no, the club is not performing. We have so much quality. We only want to just, you know, take off some of the workload and allow you to focus on your job. And that's what they did. So it's not about being powerful. Yes, he calls the shot. He goes in and the other day we're debating about his job description. Even if he's a coach or to some extent a manager, then we all came to a conclusion that he's now playing the role of what? A manager, because he chooses the players he wants. He tells you, go for this player, and that's the player you go in for. So that's not the work of a coach. That's more of a work of what? A manager. And now I think, Tony, it's not about the power he has. He's actually created a legacy for himself. And he shot himself up there with his performance and what he made the club understand he could do for them. He's a title-winning coach. He's won the title with them before. So they understand what it means to have a coach like that in the dugout.
Okay, so now on Kotoko, Mr. Fans, no, your beautiful lines now, but you had internet, coach Winia, most of the more, and then On Winia, Namujana to form Hearts of Folk. Hey, Echina, which is no Friday, that is tomorrow. It will be a big game, and the battle of the hearts, a Heart of Lions against Accra Hearts of Folk. Hearts of Folk, Echo Baseke, Echo Train, draw. Baseke, be show mu first round wa. Hearts in there, I might say pendulum. Echo so now form against
since they
Hearts of Lions.
Since they moved to the Lagos Sports Stadium, this will be their biggest game. Since the Hearts of Folk, a move home games, Echo Lagos Sports Stadium, this will be their biggest game.
Yeah.
So if Hearts of Folk supporters are me, has qualified me for this test. Omunya good result against Pando Heart of Lions. They will be a title contender.
If they should beat Heart of Lions.
If Hearts to miss Hearts of Folk to because Peka kana me di meni ehu. Any Pando Heart of Lions
sharing 2-0 in first round.
Pando Heart of Lions na me di meni ehu this season. They should be able to beat Hearts tomorrow. Our Lagos Sports Stadium. That is why I can say, men can't some measure Hearts. Me say they should be able to. So if Hearts of Folk to mean the results against Pando Heart of Lions, Medeama to after Kotoko, Hearts of Folk is the next team to win the Ghana Premier League.
So Hearts is also in contention.
Their biggest test, The reason why I make us say there is no big difference between Hearts of Folk players in the Ghana Premier League last season and the current ones. The only difference is the goalkeeper.
Okay.
If you like, share the first round. Any the games I have bought, even the one game I have bought in the second one. The reason why I have to fuck that with your mother is because of Benjamin Asare.
Okay.
Last season team now have to fuck this year guy in the Ghana Premier League, and this particular season team no difference behind.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Menika are the same kind of team.
Yeah.
Last season they had more experience. The only difference I met to Maka say, and making the difference for how to fuck this particular season is the goalkeeper.
Benjamin
Asare, because he's a best goalkeeper in the country now. We're saying oh yes, Medinka.
And Okoji train. Chan match against Nigeria. Less than 27 minutes only. But Benjamin Asare was imposed.
I have so much respect for him. And to remember make Yes.
Did he?
Yes. Did the money? Every time a movie as a coach for black maidens, or don't call World Cup for the first time. Okay. Or how to pay for my Ghana for who did the money.
Yeah.
No, but coaches are taking to the
league. Yeah.
We are the free one. A Jimmy Bian is also be and quite the best way. Okay, Nicholas, who 20.
20.
I'm going to Cape Coast. How many years for me? I have come here. Sound the China Shannon for the second time. I'm going into you got to League 2 with them. And then man or the
and then you quality now you Premier League because you're best on the court.
Or you're good as a teacher. But you're good from the bench. Only you are hand do maybe practically on your but say you're or good.
Okay.
Billy the man in the no.
Okay.
Into the star no acquire more you're teachers coaches need your more ha. Okay. You are trauma your more proper empire did the money.
And then so when you say House and Jimmy and share Lions then they will be out of contention.
Me say House of Folk team now I don't expect them to win against Heart of Lions tomorrow.
You don't
but
expect
if they are able to win tomorrow's game, make me Heart of Folk is a title contender.
Okay. Some from us will go for a commercial break here by the Mboko Parliament and now Opofanka, the head of sports, will be telling us much about the happenings. New sports minister, Yebe Vetino, Obaboye Mudiesi, what should we expect there? So, your break, your Bible to us. Prosper Netogum will call Yempeobium and the same funds and U10 body Prosper Yenkote the funds no Tamamu Bonetino and 70p Modiamunte the funds the car.
I'm not praying to the
Politics. Good job. I never seen. I didn't I just saw a good anyway, because of said I never top players, man. It's not in the same. Top on over 30 players, no one good anyway, massive. Oh, boy, and 30 players didn't have but it's not good education. I'm complaining for who's sorry. Now, I'm going to show clear. I didn't go so clear. First one, that the sharp players of Kotoyano, that Komuna who got on Komet to Adele. The first one, that the Wura Sele who got on Komet to Adele. Yes, no, I'm so being proper orientation the more. Because from coach to the players now can never watch us. I'm one with the carters now with your pitching. I didn't know yet. Winning Kotoko, Ligas now, I'm a sort of marshal back to back. As the folks said, one away. This is a shout. Teaching teacher said, Nana, oh no, the man, Ogumno, on Teso. Let's say, one side, Ogumna Casano, on resign, no Sadia, Press no good and must cry. What's the piano for every other town? What's the piano about? What's the so much success? People say, also today, already again, what's the piano there? So I'm another town.
These are the fans of arguably one of the biggest clubs in Ghana, Tony. They've been used to winning, and that has been the mindset. You know, from some of them were even kids. They know that Kotoko should win every game they play, even if it's a friendly match. They expect Kotoko to win. So once you're a coach, you walk in, and you know, for Ogun, I think he didn't make even things better for himself. You know, he made it even more difficult when he came in the first stint and won the league under, you know, the administration of Medeama.
Then House, Minister nominee designate for sports, Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, head of sports, Yapo Fankra, is on Starba. Yo, good afternoon.
You can hear me well.
Yes, I can hear you, yo. Currently, can you update us what is actually happening at the Parliament House? When is Honorable Kofi Adams going to be vetted, and what are the expectations? You talking to some few guests around who are in to support the Honorable.
Right, thank you very much, Tony. Obviously, you know, it's a big day for sports in Ghana. It's the area, the sector that everybody wants a reset, that needs a reset, not just football, as we keep saying, but it needs a big reset. And the van that has been designated to run that industry is obviously Honorable Kofi Idi Adams. And Tony, if you see kind of support the people who are here, car park, well, admittedly, you've got today some of the big guys like Honorable Samuel Okujetu Ablakwa, Honorable Sam George, and then of course Kofi Adam. We've already had Honorable Rashid Baroko being vetted, Honorable.
Okay, it seems that yeah, I was trying to give us an update there. We'll still get to the Parliament House, but let me get to the studios and Honorable Kofi Adams getting ready. So y'all is back. Yo,
they feel there's something special in the air.
Okay, yeah, you're mentioning some dignitaries who are present, who are currently present there. Is former sports minister Nilan Tevadapoy also present at the Parliament House?
I'm struggling to hear you, but I don't know if I'm still on. Then I can give you a little bit of a brief. Can you hear me, Tony?
I hear you, yo.
Good. So as it stands now, Tony, we're not too sure when Honorable Kofi Adams will be vetted because we're still waiting for Honorable Ablakwa and Honorable Sam George to be vetted. So we could have a situation where the vetting will be around 6 p.m. But we're all here waiting for the confirmation. But it doesn't matter because, notwithstanding, there are a lot of people here ready to wait for as long as it takes to witness the vetting. And then, of course, we can have reactions as to how well he performed or how credible he was in front of the parliamentary vetting committee.
Yeah, you've had a tete-a-tete with Kofi Adams. What is his vision as he's coming to take over maybe the biggest ministry we can target? His vision for all sportsmen in this country.
You know, Tony, he's been very smart, shrewd, and avoiding the attention being him. He keeps on saying that we have to make a difference. We have to rebuild our sport. We have to reset. I'm not going to be only for football. I'm not going to be a minister for football. He's really avoiding that question. I suspect that at the vetting, that will be the opportunity for him to tell the parliamentarians, to tell the whole of Ghana, this is my vision. So he's avoided bringing that out before coming here so that it is not an anticlimax. So we need to listen carefully to what he says when he faces that committee very, very shortly. And I think that is when we'll know exactly. But we know his background. We know this is a person coming from the, what's this? The stock of former President Jerry John Rawlings. He was handpicked to do a job and he excelled. Anybody you ask will tell you that he's a very humble man, very accessible, but very stern and very disciplined. And you need somebody like that in the sports industry. So clearly he has the support and the confidence of his peers, his colleagues, and the supporters who've turned up here to encourage him. And the media as well. We've seen the president of the Ghana Olympic Committee, Mr. Benlulu Mensah. We've seen the president of Ghana Boxing, other federation heads, all here to encourage him. And I think we will finally get to hear from the horse's own mouth what his vision is, not the speculations and what kind of minister he'll be. When they ask him, he will tell all of us. But from what he's done in the past, from where he's coming from, we should be very confident that this new minister should be able to deliver.
Okay. Yeah, we'll make sure we'll get back to you for all the updates that we need to know before the vetting comes on. So we wish you well, and thanks to all the dignitaries there to give him the support, especially you and the rest of the team there to support Kofi Adams. We wish him all the best, Yapo Fonka. So thank you very much. That was Yapo Fonga right here, there, our parliament. Mutie Yawa, our country, it's a minister. He's preparing to get there for the vetting. And by the close of today, you've been minister for sports. Just a quick one.
I think it's a huge day. Like Yao,
It seems expectations are too high for Kofi Adams.
I think he has quite a lot of support. I think he has a lot of well wishes instead of expectations being high. Yeah, I've said it that whatever he's coming in to do would be difficult, but it would be easier if he tries to avoid the mistakes by the previous administration.
Yeah.
That would be the right way to go. That would be the right path that we wish that he chose. And it looks like people are very expectant. He's mentioned it. When this whole thing started, some names popped up, and not even once did we hear that Honorable Kofi Adams was one of the people that were even going to end up being the sports minister. But at the end of the day, that was what we heard, because you could hear Neil Van der Poy, there was Elvis Ifriankra, there was the names.
So you were looking at that support angle that he has already been gathering. So let's go straight and listen to the supporters unions of Ghana. They're also there to back Honorable Kofi Adams.
I want God to give us strength to take care of the players and the supporters and this World Cup it should be a theme for we Ghanaians.
Which we have come to support our ministers. We stand on behalf of all the ministers that they are coming to verse today. Today is a special day for our Honorable Minister Mutala and then the Sports Minister. We are very grateful that the Ghana Black Star will come back on points, and we know that the ministers that they have chosen, they'll be able to do the work. So we pray that God will be with them and guide them so that the nation will be victory again.
We know, I mean, where our sports is today, what the former minister did, and this a man that has been a national organizer before, who presented the people of Web constituency with this kind of caliber, the kind of person he is. We believe that he can move the sports ministry to the next level. The resetting agenda need people that can transform this economy, and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama believes in leadership. That is why I'm here to support him.
For now, I think the new minister, no, Honorable Kofi Adams, the Base Babetanichi. A son is Ufu Duapa and Yede, the piano. If he say, Minister, no, ya tete nyama bebria chese obon homo de pa etino ye de Ghana supporters are polo 40-40 eda no na ene ehun executives nyina no ye pese Ghana fo hu se Honorable Kofi Adams ye ta na chi nti ye wo parliament ase a hu don bebrebe ni nyina na chese onu nti ne ho do nti na ye nyina ye wo ase Ghana o se
I think that Kofi Adams will be the first sports minister to enjoy this support from the Supporters Union of Ghana, all the members and the sports journalists, Yan Pofonga, Mohamed Amin Lamte, all gathering to give the honorable the biggest support ever. Nanedu, you have a minister who support Biseida.
Menkai.
Emma Isida.
So it tells you how to reset our sports from boxing.
So Kofi Adam to reset Ghana sports.
Yes, very important. Very, very important, because we need a lot. From the Olympic Committee to Ghana Football Association, arm wrestling, athletics, everywhere.
Obviously, you have your own culture, Ghana Football Association straight. Start time should take over coverage of the GPL.
I'll be surprised if by next month start time is not back. I'll be surprised. Personally, I'll be surprised if by next month start time is not back. I'll be surprised. So, minister but I think me personally, I'll be surprised if by next month start time is not back. I'll be surprised. So, there were a lot of things I expect free. The sports minister. Sir, obey board in taking decisions about my boy sports. No football is the number one priority. Ghana no, and the number one. And yeah, and money you'll be on said. So attention next shift to cost outside much more than any other sporting discipline. And money you'll be on football is number one.
And it can be changed.
Oko Jamaica and Mikatu, number one. It's everywhere. What I say? And can it be a tribunal? The 90s, boxing was number one.
Yeah.
What I say? But in the baby, football is number one.
Into the lesser known sports, Minister Obey, you should not look at football as the biggest.
The issue is not about looking at football alone. The issue is about the number one. That is what I'm saying. And the Odiga Kotoko
football should be number one.
That one.
Let's go to beach soccer. Beach soccer for so Sembika the coming minister say Oba Misrawa or social also my
Kofi Adams. Kofi Adams is someone that I've known for years, and I cannot even. I don't know the adjective that I can use to qualify Kofi Adams. He's one of the best person that I can say I can vouch for. And when it comes to Kofi Adams being nominated as a sports minister designated, I just said to myself, wow, His Excellency, the President John Dramani Mahama has sat down and make sure that he will make the Ghana sports one of the best in Africa and the world. What am I saying? That because Kofi is a very disciplined. Kofi is someone who can let even impossibilities to be possible. So I am happy for Kofi to be now a new sports regional minister. He is from my region, the Oti region, and also a member of the a parliament member of the Biakuye, the Buemo constituency. Even though I'm from the Biakuye, but he's from the Buemo constituency. But he cut across everywhere. Kofi likes and loves everything that he does.
Oh, great. So Nanedu says that still football become number one, but the minister says no. We are going to look at every discipline. Joseph, will football still be the one with equal budget, or maybe you'll be treated equal, which is not possible?
No, it's one thing being number one, and it's another being given the biggest budget. Obviously, we all understand what goes into football, especially if the Black Stars are preparing for a tournament. But, you know, one of the things I could always take from Kofi Adams is the fact that...
Let me quickly announce my phone line so that before you say ends, 055-846-2088, 055-846-2088. Also bet me a friend. Yeah, boss also bet me a friend. I want to watch. Just over to you.
Yeah, so like I was saying, he's made it very, very clear. You know, he's made it clear that they wouldn't be biased towards just football, but he's in to be a sports minister, not a minister of football. You get it? So it's very clear. Yes, we understand we are football lovers. The 30 million or so, you know, people in Ghana all love football. It's normal. That's where our strength is. But Tony, we've lacked, you know, in certain sporting disciplines, and it was quite palpable when we went to the Olympic Games in Paris. How many medals did we come back with? Yeah. It tells that there's so much talent here. You know, athletics, there's boxing, you can name them. Wrestling, all these are sports where there's so much talent abounds in this country. But it's just
let me move to try and pick my
and just make things available
on the line. So, Mami Kobe, free Swedo. Kobe, good evening. Then all my anyway.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Boko.
Boko, Kobe, Yanko.
Okay. I don't want to this administration, you have so much hope in them.
Yeah.
They were just 4 years, 8 years ago. I'm not going to them square now. I tell you, I'm not facing them square man. Why do you have faith in them like that? Then I'm away, and I'm with you.
Hey, Kobe has some more. Okay. Sorry, we've lost Kobe on the line. Also, wait me afraid. Phone lines, no. Any display or screen, also wait me afraid. Now, what contributed? Just a quick one on that. We shift attention to the league where Medeama Sporting Club. Now, that's why Medeama signing Tanko Ibrahim or Medeama. But me Kokuma say na mene Insia and Chichim come on. Insia, good evening.
Hello.
Insia, good evening. Hello, Insia.
Yes, please.
Yankwe.
Ready and the chairman Momodu.
Yajoso.
It is Ghana leak in the Koso. It is some Kotoko needy. The vampire saying, I go for my local Siada. Na Kotoko, and me a match. Name Jesus. Am I Gideon Renipem? Lady Winnipem. Nipa na no mu yini yodum no sa nipa no na ne ombesa na hwiase timi de nipa de ya yesuma yigidie mi nipa mu na obetimi aya de papa pra ye mboa no mane uze mu se Ghana ampanifo wa ne nkwala wa ne obi ampani munyam obi ampani munyam ba ni munyam de eboa e wo nipa sitem is no man be pani munyam ni nipa wo be pani munyam a nke mai Kenyisi. To complete penina, say GF chairman, to a kick and degree, by the Munyam woman or be child legacy na to Uminyanako. Into Mian one. Into Nipanoa, and no million you do, Umuhi. Lining was here, as Sakalomas and Charmo, Amamukunamas. No Ishram,
You hear that say so on also Nadri and on the actual simply saying say you might injure the pendy. There do. The papa guy out here. Quick one you Takwa Yonko Takwana Medeama signing Tanko Ibrahim and they've adored him if quickly he has a first statement to make. So we producer if we are ready quickly adore the man Ibrahim Tanko.
I spoke with them, and yeah, definitely. And the rest is we have to work hard for the club, and I think this is what we are going to do. Yeah, for sure. I mean, and I've been watching the games of Medeama, and throughout the season, I know the kind of players that they have, and definitely the qualities are there. And like I said, as a coach, I have to give them the confidence that they need. So definitely, as a coach, that's my job, and I'm sure that I'm going to do it. No, I mean, in every football game is difficult, but like you said, now I'm here as a coach, and Legon Cities are coming with 2 wins, and we are coming with 2 losses. So definitely, the players need motivation, and as a coach, I'm the one to do that. Yeah, we have training today, tomorrow, and yeah, Saturday last training. Definitely, we are going to work hard and then put smile at the face of the supporters. I was watching the training, I saw a lot of injuries. So definitely we are going to work on them to get fit and as soon as possible, but we have to deal with those who we have, and that's what we're going to do. Well, I think it's very simple. We need 3 points at home, and we have to get these 3 points at home so that it will make it easy for us to continue our project. So this is what we are going to do. We need the 3 points. We want the fans to come and support, and then definitely both of us.
Okay. Enti mamen ko Kumasi na mene Abiba entwetwe nkoma. Abiba, good evening. Then all my enyume. Abiba yonko.
Mane, meti ko plada ma yengi na se so meti aje. Meni aje fo play bom pe Ghana Black Star be ko eni. Meni aje pa. The bomb player said, "Program we play sports in DPS. The bomb player passes Ghana sports the team. But Black Star. Dunia Japan. I mean, so a good man. Your player so
Yeah, say Abiba. So our friend. Imran, but quickly, my main final from Nanedu. Your quick statement on Tanko, and so I'll get to just then wrap up the show.
I think it's a good decision from Medeama. Some are appointed one of the best coaches in.
But if I no failure, how?
No failure. I don't say Akala Nagasa was more style of things or more year Lions team.
And I'm one.
And then I guess I'm one or more problem because say every season we are almost 80% of the players will leave the team for new players to come in. It's not always never work the amount. But Ibrahim Tanko is a very good coach. The last under 23 national team all kicked up. So the blend of how to coach young guys and experienced guys. And I think Medeama is good for him to move to the next level.
Okay, Lisa?
Yeah, I think it's a good appointment. He signed a 2.5-year contract. That's quite huge. And we'll be hoping that he sees to the end of that contract. He's promised to bring trophies. Yeah, Medeama, a club that has won the trophy, the league actually in the last 2 seasons. We saw them lifted before Samatek's date. So expectations will be high, but he showed that he's got the expertise to lead such a team. And Tony, I feel he's definitely going to succeed over there.
Okay, so I have some messages there. One in town, Erico, Gladys, Theo, and Hamza. They are saying they are watching the show from there, but we'll draw the curtains down on the Thursday edition of the show. Come Tuesday, we thank you. Without you, we cannot be here. You always make us number one. Those who send a request to the incoming minister that he should make sure the FA brings back start times. Kudos to, they should stay tuned for the best. I know you are calling for start times to come back. When you keep on drumming, the voice of the people is the voice of God. And the Germans will say, Auf Wiedersehen, ich gehe nach Hause.